Hey, good morning. Welcome to Life Online. We're wrapping up the week. We've been asking the question, is it worth it? We've all asked that kind of question before. Is it worth it to persevere? Is it worth it to stay faithful? And sometimes the faith journey can really be difficult. So we've looked at Hebrews chapter 11, and there's some of the greats that are named, but we've looked at these individuals that are just, their name is dropped, but other than that, their story is not told, at least by the author of Hebrews. And I want to take you to the close of chapter 11. Not only does it mention ones like Gideon, Barak, Samson, and there's also Jephthah, David, Samuel, but then it just says, and the prophets. And here's what it says about that. Who through faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, and gained what was promised. Who shut the mouths of lions, quenched the fury of the flames, and escaped the edge of the sword, whose weakness was turned to strength, and who became powerful in battle and routed foreign armies. Women received back their dead, raised to life again. And then it says this. Not only are those prophets and individuals of faith that experience great breakthroughs and great victories, but also there are others who were tortured, refusing to be released so that they might gain an even better resurrection. Let's look at this, shall we? Tertullian said, the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. There are those who've gone before you who have experienced much greater pain. And when you're even at your worst of days, and it seems really difficult, and you're asking the question, is it worth it? Remember, you and I, we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, and some of those witnesses would go ahead and declare that it is worth it. And because they've come through great, great sorrow and great, great pain. Now, catch what the writer of Hebrews says. Some faced jeers, flogging, even chains and imprisonment. They were put to death by stoning. They were sawed in two. They were killed by the sword. They went about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, and mistreated. And here are the two verses that I want you to focus in on. The world was not worthy of them. Do you catch the incredible worth that we have to God and what He declares over us when we persevere through hard times? The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and mountains, living in caves and in holes in the ground. In other words, they often felt isolated. They were often in lonely, difficult places. And then it says, these were all commended for their faith. And by the way, they didn't see the fulfillment of even what they hoped for, but it is in our day, our generation, since the coming of Jesus, that we have seen the fulfillment of this great hope that we have, for our hope is completely in Christ. So when you go through the difficult times and you ask the question, is it worth it? Just remember, there's a cloud of witnesses that are on the other side of all of the challenges, and they were faithful and they persevered. And they went through great sorrows and great troubles, but the world was not worthy of them. And those are the unknown prophets, the unknown men and women of faith. And what they would say to you is they would say, yes, it's absolutely worth it. This is the great journey of faith. What a life to live as we follow after God and trust Him with our very lives. Hey, God bless you. Have an awesome, awesome day and weekend, and I hope to see you, whether it's online or whether it's in service at Sunday Celebration at Life Christian Fellowship. Book of Habakkuk. It's going to be awesome. God bless.